Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Gray Productions. I am one of your hosts. My name is Robbie, and on this week's episode, it was the Boys Week. And the winner of the Boys Week was the 2012 dark comedy Seven Psychopaths. Seven Psychopaths was written and directed by Martin McDonagh. Seven Psychopaths stars Sam Rockwell, Colin Farrell, Christopher Walken, Woody Harrelson, and Abby Cornish. Alongside me is the cuz. Oh,
Oh,
the cuz ain't here. The cuz is on vacation all across the globe. So we wish him well. I saw the mango shake picture. I'm dying for a
motherfucker.
mango shake, wishing for a mango shake. But what can you do? So next week, Benny might be back. If not, welcome. Um, and alongside myself, good friend, co-host Ryan. How we doing?
Good. I had plans in my head to set up my other laptop with like a picture of Benny and that we could reference him and be like, Benny, what'd you think about that? And he just doesn't say anything. But as with just about everything else, I didn't dedicate that amount of time to setting that up. So here we are.
We could have did remember when Conan used to do like Arnold Schwarzenegger, you
Yeah,
roll the
the
cat, then
lips.
he just the face and just
Blah,
the
blah.
lips. Yeah,
I did.
we could have had somebody just be Benny's lips.
Yeah. Damn it. Fuck.
Next time when he goes
Yeah,
away.
next time. Probably not, but
No.
maybe next time. Yeah, this is Let the Boys Watch. We typically watch movies that one or all of us haven't seen. Um, I believe you have not seen Seven Psychopaths, right? Good.
No.
I saw it a long time ago, so like 10-ish years ago. I didn't remember anything about it, so I'm gonna kind of say like I saw it. Whatever. Um, yeah, I don't know. Get involved, send us messages, follow us on Instagram, Let the Boys Watch Pod. You can send us an email at ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. There it is.
I hope so.
I hope, maybe. Um,
Do I have one?
and check us out. I mean, if you're already watching this on YouTube, maybe not. We'll find out what kind of video we're going to be sharing. But if you're already watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe down there. I don't know. It'd be nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Be nice if you did
One,
that.
yeah, 1 week. It'd be nice if you did that.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to us and not watching, I don't know, subscribe there too, or check us out on YouTube. Let the boys watch. Um, yeah, we love it. We appreciate the support. So, Robbie, what'd you think of Seven Psychopaths? We'll do a little, kind of overall impressions and then do some plum scores and then we'll talk about some things.
Well, I don't know if I went into it with super duper high hopes. I do love Martin McDonagh. I mean, I only saw two movies. In Bruges, one of my favorite movies of all time, and Banshees and Inisherin was a fantastic movie as well. I mean, you can't really go wrong with the chemistry that Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson have anyway. So, I mean, it's top notch. But yeah, I figured I was gonna get, sharp, witty dialogue, great performances from everybody, and yeah, I didn't really understand. I didn't really know the story. Didn't look for the story. Didn't look for the spoilers. But yeah, I don't want to say I was disappointed, but I really think it was pretty weak for a Martin McDonagh movie. It just, not that it was all over the place. It took a bit to get going, but yeah, it didn't really. I don't know. It didn't really. Not that it makes sense. I just didn't really like the story.
Yeah.
I don't hate the movie. I
Hmm.
think uh I think my guy Sam Rockwell really rocked it out of the park.
Your guy.
Uh
What famous character actor?
the famous character actor Sam Rockwell. I don't hate Sam Rockwell. I just don't think he's a character actor. But that's another place
Yeah,
and
that's
time.
fine. That
But he's
yeah,
very good.
yeah.
He's got unbelievable dance moves. Please
Oh
watch the clips of him coming out
my
when he's
God.
on Jimmy Fallon. It's fantastic. But yeah, no, Colin Farrell, please. I love Colin Farrell and Christopher Walken. There's not much I can say, and I'm a big Woody Harrelson guy as well. So had a bunch of actors I liked. I just really wasn't. Though the story was a little weak, so I really wasn't that crazy. You know, leaving the couch instead of the movie theater. And as of right now, in this moment in time, I don't think I would watch it again.
Yeah. That's fair. I was going, like I said, I saw it a long time ago. I didn't really remember it. There was like two scenes that I kind of vividly remembered, but I wasn't sure how it fit. So I pretty much went into this blind, like I hadn't seen it. I didn't remember the story at all. And somewhat similar to you, like I think I liked it more than it sounds like you did, but I didn't love it. And going, maybe it was maybe on the flip side, like I had high expectations because I remember liking it. I remember thinking like, oh yeah, I remember watching this. Like I liked it a lot. And we just fairly recently watched In Bruges, which we all loved. Check out that episode. I've seen we didn't do it, but we've seen Banshees of Inisherin. Did we do that one?
No.
No, we just watched it. And Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri was very good. Um, so yeah, I kind of went in like, oh, this is gonna be sick. Like, big reason why I suggested it in the first place. Like Martin McDonagh, here we go. But yeah, it was same as you, like a little disappointed, and I'm not sure if that's because like I missed something or didn't understand something, which is very possible. But I don't think that's it. I think it just like didn't hit for me. Like I kind of see what he was trying to do with like the meta of it all and just kind of like, I'm writing this movie, but I'm in this movie, but Colin Farrell's not me, but he is me, and like, all that kind of stuff. And Sam Rockwell's character Billy kind of like not narrating to a certain extent, but almost like telling you what's going to happen, and then it happens because he's like the character in the story. I have some more thoughts on that, but I'll kind of leave it there for now. But yeah, like I liked it. Didn't love it. Glad we watched it, but like you, I probably won't watch it again. I think I would, if I had the choice, I would definitely watch, like In Bruges again or Banshees of Inisherin again or something. And he's got another film coming out at some point, so I'm sure we'll watch that. But yeah, I don't know. Didn't hit, and I was kind of surprised with the actors. Love all those guys and the writer director. And there was definitely a lot of good scenes. Like there was some dialogue that I liked. But there was also some dialogue that I was like, wait, when was this made? Seems, I was like, is this the 90s? Like throwing the F word around a lot and
Yeah.
whatever, but it is what it is. I liked it. But that's about it. Liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liked it, didn't love it,
Yeah.
disappointed a little bit, but
A little
I don't
bit.
think I don't think I went in there with like super duper high expectations anyway, but it was still I still expected it to be a good movie, especially with what I saw with In Bruges and Banshees. But
Yeah. And who was in it? Which they were all
yeah,
good. It's not like anyone was like put in it. Well, you know what? Honestly, well, let's start with now. Like we all know that I love Sam Rockwell, character actor Sam Rockwell, Academy
the
Award
character.
winner.
Academy Award winner for his character work in three buildings outside of West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Um, there was I would say like kind of a good portion of this where I was like, not like didn't love it. And which is surprising because I would say that I typically love everything that he does. Um, so I don't know. Maybe it could have been a million things. Could have might have been tired. Who knows? But yeah,
Not really, because I did read a bit where, a lot of people really didn't like
really,
his like character in this movie, but
yeah,
they do like him overall. So I don't know. I really,
maybe yeah,
again, I haven't seen a lot of Sam Rockwell, so but I can understand where people are like, this was kind of was off-putting. It threw me off for a bit.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he kind of plays sort of two characters in this movie, like the dopey best friend and the psychopath. Um, and it's not like I disliked one or the other. I just kind of felt like it wasn't as good of a performance as I am used to from him. Where, like, honestly, I can't think of any other movie I've seen him in where I was like, ugh, stinks. Like he's
Yeah.
played characters that I didn't like the first one that jumps to mind is like Justin Hammer from the Marvel series, like because he's an asshole. But I like him in it. He's plays it well, and all the other films I've seen with him in it, I like. So I don't know. I'm glad to hear that it wasn't just me that you read something about it, but whatever. Um, all right, why don't we do some scores and then we'll talk a little more about some things like that. Do you want me to go first? Or you want to go?
You can go.
Tough score on this one. I think I was like, how low do I go? But
Yeah.
also like I still kind of like it. So I had a hard time scoring it. I'm gonna go 7.9.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it,
Okay.
yeah, it's like it's pretty that's pretty high. That's pretty high of a score considering all the things I just said because I did like it, but it was disappointing. It was like I went to a restaurant to get my favorite meal and it was just like it was a little cold. You know, it's still good, I guess, and I'd probably eventually get it again, but it didn't hit this time.
Yeah, you go away and you get a chicken parmesan. It doesn't really hit like a chicken parmesan.
Who would do that? Who would go to, the Midwest and get a chicken parm entree at a hotel restaurant? Who would do that?
Somebody who I would say is a stunad.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, that it's my middle name. Ryan
yeah.
Stunad.
Well, you are
Eh,
13%?
I don't know, something
Think
enough
so.
to be FBI.
Yeah, you over the threshold of FBI.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7.1. Uh, it was okay. Again, I don't know. It just was okay. The acting was good. The writing was okay, good. It was good, but for some reason it just didn't catch my attention, or I really wasn't that, enthralled with it, or it didn't make me think at the end. And it's a movie that shouldn't make you think, but it was something where I was like, man, this was sharp, witty, original. So yeah, I didn't enjoy it that much. So 7.1 for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Wait, Benny usually writes them down. I'll write it down just so we have it. So 7.1 for you,
Yes.
7.9 for me. Um, yeah, and you know what's funny? That's what IMDb has it as 7.1. So you're right on the money there. Um, I as we've been talking, like I feel like maybe it's almost like he was a little up his own ass about the movie because like In Bruges was so good and he's like trying to make this like meta like violent Hollywood film like basically what um Colin Farrell's character what's his name in the movie? Not Billy.
Billy Bats.
Oh, Marty, duh, obviously,
Yeah.
because it's him. Um like basically what he was like doing in the film is like what I assume, maybe not, but I kind of assume that Martin McDonagh was probably thinking and like, inserting a lot of his possible troubles or writer's block type stuff, or I don't know if he is or not, but like maybe his own alcoholism, his trouble with women, maybe, or whatever. I don't know how biographical this movie really is or how true to life it really is.
Hmm.
But if it is, then I kind of feel like it's like people were really like sucking his dick after In Bruges and being like, "Yeah, make whatever you want. You got it. You're it, kid. You're the new, hot director in town. So let's make this."
Yeah, it probably reminds me of Snoop Dogg's first album, Doggy Style, and then he came back with I think the Dog Father, and I think it was atrocious. So I think we can relate to that because I feel like, especially with like musicians or groups or solo acts, like I feel like, man, they come out with like their first album
Fucking
and it's
heater.
insane,
Yeah.
absolutely insane. Like, oh my God, I can't wait for the second album. Then you're like, this is kind of garbage.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah, maybe. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like I've read and it makes sense that artists have said like, the first album, it's like it was your whole life in the making. It's many iterations of EPs or, just playing live and whatever. And then you make this one album and then everyone loves it. And then it's like, shit, I got to do it again. And it might be hard to capture that, again. But then it's almost like, I think the good ones, like Snoop Dogg, maybe, reevaluate what they're trying to do or not go back to the drawing board, but like are just like, well, that one, my sophomore effort was a little shaky. Let me try and recalibrate a little bit. I mean, the next one that he did was Three Billboards, so and then Banshees of Inisherin. So like it's not like he sucks. He definitely made good films after this, but maybe this was just like you said, the sophomore effort just wasn't there, or he was trying to be like too cool, too quirky.
Yeah, he was trying to be maybe like Quentin Tarantino, but he couldn't be like that. He should stick to maybe what he knows.
I don't know,
But what
maybe.
do I know? The hell
Yeah.
do I
Oh,
know?
I know zero. So
Yeah,
this is pro. I mean, I know Marty's watching this. Martin, Martin, I want
Martin.
my vacuum cleaner back. No, I like I'm sure he's probably just like, what the fuck do you guys know? Like I was trying to do this and like, if you watch it via this lens or with this in mind, it makes more sense. And like I have somewhat of a thought about that I wanted to bring up to you, but I mean, I guess we could just do it now. Like what my thought is what if none of this actually happens in this universe? It's all the script. So Martin or Marty at the end is in Billy's house with Billy's, aka Woody Harrelson, Charlie, I think, his dog. So what if none of this transpired and it was really just him working through this script and that was it? And I feel like thinking of it that way, like I like it more, but I'm not sure if that's actually what it is because I don't know if that was really presented that way enough, I guess. I don't know. Any thoughts on that?
see, I thought like I didn't think it like that. I thought that some of the flashbacks of when they were talking about it was like the script to the movie they were writing, whereas this was the actual, he stole the dog. Now people are after him and they're trying to outrun Woody Harrelson's character. So that's what I thought it was. But that's a nice way to look at it as well. And I think that would be a lot better. I'm
Right.
trying to think of like stuff I've seen where it's like that, like I don't know, where the entire movie, the entire show was just like a flashback and it's not really real or something like that. I don't know. But
What was that famous like soap opera where it was all a dream? The
oh
Dallas or something?
no, I think it was the Bob Newhart show, something like that, where he wakes up at the end of the series finale and it's just a dream.
It was just a dream, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But Benny's favorite, Bob Newhart.
Benny killed him. Benny killed Bob Newhart.
That's what I heard. Is that
Yeah,
why he's on the run? He's not here right now?
yeah, he flew to Coop. He's out of the country, so he ain't coming back. Um, but no, yeah, I feel like that could be a nice way of looking at it. I just thought it was just a simple way of, my brain thinking like, okay, I get the parts, with the Vietnamese guy and some of that stuff, but now I'm like, okay, maybe that could play as well because, he is a lunatic, but he is also writing a screenplay at the same time, trying to help out Marty. But again, yeah, I don't I don't know, but he's definitely a psychopath. I do know that.
Yeah. I mean, but like, because some of the supporting evidence to that too is like, well, why would you go live in your friend's house that was just killed? That kind of doesn't make sense. And then like if you like look back at everything, you're kind of like, yeah, there wasn't a lot of like I can't think, was there any real interaction with like any of these characters and like other like real people, like sort of, I guess, but it could easily be just like all a dream or like in the script that he's kind of working through. And even like some of the things that kind of seem out of place to a certain extent could be like him writing something and then scrapping it and being like, nah, fuck that, that's not in the script. But he left it in to kind of show like the writer's process. Like, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he definitely is like, even before movies, he was, from what I understand, I never saw any of his plays, but like, was, what's the word I want? Transformative. That's not the word I want, but like, did like was like doing a lot of fresh and like new ideas with plays and stuff like that. So maybe that's kind of what he's trying to do is like, all right, I got In Bruges under my belt. People liked it. It was, you know, it wasn't like super different. Like it wasn't like, oh my God, like this is the most unique dark comedy we've ever seen. But it had elements of that. Um, but maybe his, yeah, sophomore effort was like, what if it's me writing the movie as the movie's happening. Like, and I'm sure his crew was like, "Yeah, do it, Marty."
Yeah, do it, please. Uh, yeah, I mean, in Bruges, please, the Ray Fiennes and Colin Farrell. I mean, what a fantastic movie. Um,
You know what's crazy about thinking about that though is like this is like his first. Again, I know he was. I don't know if I'd say a famous. I don't know. I don't know the level of fame he achieved as a playwright, but like the fact that he got all these Ray Fiennes, Brendan Gleeson, Colin Farrell to like do his first major movie of In Bruges, like that's fucking awesome. Imagine that your first big break, and you're like, wow, and I got these sick actors to be in it
yeah,
at the same time. Like that must, what a feeling.
what a feeling. Oh yeah, but I wanted to ask you that because you mentioned that like parts that were seemingly out of place in this movie. I feel like a part, not that I didn't get or understood, but it felt like just like out of nowhere and made no sense was the dude that answered the ad read with the rabbit, I guess,
Oh,
that was
Tom
sitting on the
Waits?
yeah. Oh, that's who that was.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I didn't get if that was like part of the movie or if that was part of the script. Like I didn't understand that. That was just
that's
strange to me.
yeah, that's like I guess you could make the argument potentially that that's what says that it's not not the movie isn't the script as it's being written because then he makes the phone call afterwards. You saw that, right? Like you didn't,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, like I kind of agree with you. Like it comes in out of nowhere. It's almost like, wow, we need another psychopath. Let's like throw Tom Waits in here with the rabbits. Um, but I don't know. Again, like I'm sure it might like so. All right, so if we're running with this theory, like you could try and argue that like, all right, well then, so Marty is like him as a writer, and then Billy is his like crazy emotional like comedic piece of his personality, and Christopher Walken is like his I don't know like um fear of mortality, but like his drive to succeed, like stuff, something. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here. But then, like, so then what would Tom Waits represent? I, I don't know. No idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like again, like that was a good part and fun part, but I was like, is this really part of the actual script? But then you said with the phone call, obviously, so it does make you think, and I feel like part of it, maybe this is wrong, but I feel like those like the three characters, the three main characters, it was like if he's just talking about himself, then like three different parts of who he is, and maybe that was his past kind of life or past way he was doing things, and he just kind of killed those two characters off, and his
Yeah.
character is more in aligned with Colin Farrell's character. But I think that's a good way to, I mean, that's what a good movie is, I guess, right? Where you can interpret things at the end or
Yeah,
think that, there's a couple of ways to think about it. I think we talked about that last week, right? With the ending scene of Old Boy, and you can interpret it in so many ways. So I think that's a good way to kind of put the movie. It just that part just felt like out of place in the
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
So
It definitely felt. I feel like overall, um, what's the word that I want? But it's like even the parts that felt like it was, moving the plot along and it was like cohesive and everything like that, it still felt a little jumpy, like just generally. And that's kind of also makes me think that it's like purposeful. Like it was him like trying to be like, writing a script is not like just a smooth process where things just flow and everything is whatever. And there's things that kind of jump in and out and like, I don't know. And again, if we're sticking with this idea, maybe the Tom Waits character is like, I don't know, represents someone who kind of did something sort of similar, like asking him to put his girlfriend's his phone number in so his ex-girlfriend could see it. Like, you know, I'm sure famous people get the weirdest fucking requests all the time.
yeah.
So, yeah, who knows? It could just be like an amalgamation of like all different experiences he's had. I mean, not the murders and stuff, but like just kind of the ideas of all these different people that he's encountered or whatever. I don't know. Um, and that's what start when we started off, that's kind of what made me say like I like it, but I didn't love it. And I think it's just like I like all the pieces, but together as a whole, it's like when that saying like the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Like this is like the opposite. Like all the pieces are cool, but all together it's not perfect.
Yeah, it's like a jumbled up mess.
Yeah,
I feel
kind of.
like. Yeah,
Like
and I'm
it's like
not.
if you have this delicious bowl of cereal, right? And then some idiot is like, you know what you should do? Put chocolate chips in it. And
Yeah,
those
then
two
you
things separate are good, but together is stupid.
and then it's a shitty idea, but you don't want to hurt his feelings, so you don't say anything. So yeah, it's sick.
And then he brings it up again like he forgot.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh no, yeah, definitely, I'll try that next time, and you're never gonna try it.
When
You're
you
just gonna eat the peanut butter checks and
when
enjoy yourself.
when you had the bowl of cereal that after I said that, were you eating it like what an idiot?
I ate it. While I was eating, I was like, do I just cut him off and block his phone number and never talk to him again? But I decided against it.
All right, good. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, um, yeah, so I think maybe that's kind of where I'm landing here is like I like a lot of the pieces to this, but as a whole, it's not my favorite. And that's okay, but I think that's where I'm at ultimately.
yeah. I agree. It's like like you said, if you write a script or even somebody who's writing a book, it's not like you know here's the
Yeah.
start and here's the end. Usually it could be like, all right, this is what I'm thinking about at the end. This is what I'm thinking about, and maybe work your way back. It's not like linear. I'm using that
Yeah.
the wrong way? So it's
Yeah,
not
no, that
like,
makes sense.
so it's not like a linear where it's like, all right, here's this, here's that. And I think you made a good point. I didn't think of it like that way. So it's kind of making sense now where like this movie's like you said, what it's like to write a script. It's not what people think like A to Z. It's A, to F back to B. So it's like it's all over the place. It's not it's a difficult process. I mean, I think writing a book and things like that is so crazy to do. And I just feel like people are born with that kind of gift.
Oh yeah. Did you ever try to like write a book?
No.
I definitely like tried at one point, and I mean it obviously went nowhere, but yeah, it's like extremely daunting. You're just like, what am I trying to do here? This is
Yeah,
stupid.
I don't get it. I don't get how people write more than one book, especially ones that are like 500 pages and are like, you know,
Imagine.
Pulitzer Prize winning or, other, best book of the year winners or things like that. And it's like that too. Like it's the same thing. It's like, you start off with a bang of a book and then your second book is like, this wasn't what I liked. So yeah, I'm not here bashing people's writing process. I'm not here bashing ideas, but for me as a viewer who has an opinion, whether it's good or bad, it just wasn't something that I enjoyed as a whole movie. I enjoyed some parts. I definitely enjoyed all the acting. I didn't find a bad performance
Absolutely.
in this movie. But again, just a movie, just the entire movie didn't really hit the way I thought it was going to hit.
Yeah. No. Yeah, totally agree. And uh one last thing I want to say about that is like imagine like having ideas. You know what I mean? Like you write a
Yeah.
book, you write a movie, like you have these ideas and you create this whole world or this whole narrative. And
So I'm
then
saying, like even with I think it's insane. The Game of Thrones book, I think that's absolutely insane that
insane.
one person can come up with all of that backstories, even stories of, 500 years before the present tense of the book. It's like, what? That's insane to me.
It's wild. It's just crazy how some people's brains work. I love it. I wish
Yeah,
it
me too.
worked that way.
I wish. I think and those books are tremendous, you
Yeah.
know, crazy.
Still didn't finish them now, so
Yeah, he still sucks.
fuck them.
Yeah. Kiss my ass, kiss his ass, kiss your ass.
Um, what one other part I wanted to discuss, I mean there's a couple parts, but one part I wanted to bring up and it's sort of related to what you were just talking about with I want to look it up. Tom Waits' character's name. I forget. But like how you were saying it's like seems out of place a little bit. Um, I also felt that the Vietnamese guys, the priest, I felt like his character was just like out of place in the film. Like it was just like, well, we need another psychopath. Like here's this guy. And that's not to say that I didn't like the story itself. I did, but it just like I felt like it didn't fit in this film at all.
Same. I,
Yeah.
I agree. I just another part, like you said, I felt like didn't fit. Um, it would be a good movie if it was just like each, scene, or maybe like you get seven different scenes for an extended period of time with each psychopath. That would be cool. But yeah, I just didn't get that as well. I didn't understand the premise of that or why it was like, I get why it was done, but like why it was truly done. I don't know.
Yeah.
It threw me off as well. Like those are the things that I didn't really enjoy. Like, like I said, Tom Waits' character, yeah, that was great, but I didn't understand the purpose of it within the movie or why it was like that. It just threw me off.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree. And yeah, I mean, even more so for me, the Vietnamese priest, like I really like the story, but like it had no real connection to the main characters other than Colin Farrell was writing about it. Like that was kind of it. Like
Yeah.
if they completely cut that out and called it like Six Psychopaths or whatever, I think it would be like the same, like just as good, maybe better. It would definitely be shorter.
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever.
Nice short movie.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, no, other than that, so I would say barring those two that felt a little out of place. The rest of the story, again, like a lot of good acting performances. I especially loved like the whole part of the story that was Christopher Walken and his wife, and then Woody Harrelson coming in and fucking all that up. But like, I felt like that was the most emotional, I guess. I mean, maybe because she was sick and he killed her and that kind of thing. But like, I don't know. I just like really enjoyed that. I think the most of all of it. Um, I don't know. What about you? Any thoughts on that in particular, or is there any like part of this movie that you especially liked?
No, I think I like that part because it brought in a nice emotional feel to it. I definitely enjoyed the ending with him talking into the
Yeah.
recorder, Christopher Walken. I thought that was really good. I mean, and then coming back to the story as he's telling it, which is just, all over the place as well. But yeah, I enjoyed that part, and I enjoyed, you know, not enjoy, but I enjoyed the fact that what Woody Harrelson did, because it just, opened up the movie to a whole nother level. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the companionship they had, and I enjoyed the love they had for each other. And I thought it was definitely emotional. So that was a good few scenes with them together.
Yeah, I agree. And I liked how she was trying to, in the beginning, like throw Woody Harrelson off. I was like, all right, when's he gonna figure it out? Um,
Yeah.
and then, like, same. I was like, that was also, I was like, wait, this was made in 2012? Like, throwing M-bombs around? I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
jeez.
I was like,
Um,
watch out.
watch out, look out, watch out. But yeah, that I enjoyed that. And then, like, the even after the fact when um Christopher Walken and Woody Harrelson are sitting like in the waiting room area, and he's like, "What is that?" I like that. The cravat, like that whole scene. I love
Yeah.
that. I thought it was weird though, like after he, like when he took it off, Woody Harrelson like abruptly got up, and I was just like, "Why is like was he offended by his neck scar or something?" I don't know. I didn't get that.
Yeah, me either. I don't really understand that as well.
I don't know. It's weird. Maybe he's just a weirdo. It's possible.
Probably just a weirdo as well.
Yeah. Um, did you did you clock Sam Rockwell as the Jack of Diamonds early, were you surprised that it was him?
No, I didn't clock him at all. I was surprised that it was him.
Okay.
What about you?
Um, I I hate to say that I did because I saw the movie 10 years ago, so I might have just remembered, but I definitely was like, I think he's the Jack of Diamonds, but I might have remembered that. And so I'm not giving myself credit for clocking him. But I think it was one of the scenes where I was just like, oh, it must be Sam Rockwell. Like he was like just there or something, whatever
Yeah.
the reason in my head was. I did like that, like the fact that it was him and he was sleeping with Woody Harrelson's wife, girlfriend. That was funny.
I did like that. He just shot her in the stomach.
Yeah. That whole scene before, he's just like, look at that limp piece of shit.
Yeah, she was smoking hot.
Yeah. Good for him.
Good for him.
Um, good for them, I guess.
Yeah, and uh, two of my favorite characters from Boardwalk Empire were in the
I was gonna
beginning.
bring that up. Yeah, you know right away were you like, wait a second, where are they from? Or did you know like right away?
No, right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew the other guy, not Michael Pitt.
Jimmy Darmody or something.
Yeah, whatever his name is in real life. He was in.
Oh, Stulberg.
Yeah, I love him. I think he's a fantastic actor. He's great.
He was so good as Rothstein in Boardwalk Empire.
Oh my God, unbelievable. I'm trying to think. Was he in any movies we watched?
All right, let's see. Ba, ba, ba,
Because
ba.
I know he was in that show with Bryan Cranston. Your Honor, was that Your Honor?
Yeah, he was in that.
He
Um,
was good in that. You wouldn't think that guy would play like some menacing, scary bad guy, but he's good.
he plays it good. Um, he was in one of the Fargo seasons. He was in Arrival.
Yes, 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 yes. That's right.
Um, but yeah, he's so good in uh Boardwalk Empire, and I feel like I need to rewatch Boardwalk Empire.
I know. I was thinking about doing that as well.
And if it does, I feel like it doesn't get as much like love, and I don't know why. It was so good, I
That's
remember.
what I'm saying. Like the first episode of the first season is one of the best episodes of television ever. Really,
So good.
just fantastic. And I think Scorsese directed that
I think
episode.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good show. It really is
Oh,
a good
good.
show. I
Yeah.
mean, you know my feelings on Buscemi. I do. I think he's a tough guy. Not really. Would I like somebody else's Nucky? Yeah, probably. But it doesn't matter. It's still a good show. I mean, my main dog with the half face loved him. Absolutely
Yeah.
loved him.
Yeah.
Chalky, rest in peace.
Uh,
Um, so
yeah.
great,
That's good.
great actors in that. I mean, even what's his name? Bobby Cannavale, I think. I forgot who he played. That
Yeah, he was
psychopath
good
in
in that.
season three, I
Some
think.
maniac, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
So
Good show.
good show.
Um, but anyway, Seven Psychopaths. Trying to think. Shit, I had a question. What did you think about um like the whole like kind of not the end scene, but like the final shootout scene? Um, did you like it or what? What did you think about it?
I thought that it was just going to be like part of the movie, and
Mm-hmm.
that they really weren't like Christopher Walken's character and Sam Rockwell's character really wasn't going to die. Um, it did have probably one of my favorite scenes when he came out holding a dog with the flare gun. I
Yeah.
love that, and they were going back and forth about the dog's head, and he's like, he doesn't have a gay head," and that really was funny.
Yeah.
That was great, but yeah, it was whatever. I mean, there was cops everywhere, and they shoot Christopher Walken right there. Like that was the dumbest thing
Hated
ever.
that.
Yeah,
Hated that. But I
that
loved
was
the scene just before that when he's like, put your hands up. He's like, no. He's like, I got a gun. He's like, well, I don't feel like it. And you're
yeah,
just like, all right, I like this guy. Like he even said, he's like, I like you.
yeah, and then he just shoots him anyway when he goes in his
Yeah.
pocket. So what was the point?
And it doesn't, it, like you said, it doesn't make sense because there's like cops right there. And that's another, like, yeah, I know like henchmen are dumb. And did you, that guy, that like main henchman was from, I think, House of Cards.
Yeah, I was just, you know what? That's crazy because I was just ask you that if he was from House of Cards, and I was gonna look him up because he's a good actor. He
He's
was
good.
in, wasn't he in
Something.
Batman, the new Batman show?
Yes. Yeah, the penguin you talking about?
Penguin. That's right. I think he was in there for he played one of those guys, like one of
Yeah,
those
like
henchmen.
one of the like underbosses or some shit. Um, but yeah, like that almost feels like to me another reason why this was kind of like, and I mean it was all made up, but like is like the script as the movie because like yeah, henchmen are dumb, but the one thing they know is like don't shoot people in front of cops. Like
Yeah.
don't do illegal things in front of cops, but I mean, I guess some of them do, so but it was just kind of crazy. And I
Yeah.
loved the cops like when I mean Marty comes back and the cops are like, you know, no one could go over it and he's just like, "Oh, I'm his friend." And they're like, "All right, go ahead."
That's that too. I forgot about that. I thought that was so stupid. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, such Hollywood stuff. And then like Marty's like touching the body and stuff, and they're just like,
Yeah, it's not an active crime scene. Don't worry about it.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, take something out of his hand. That's fine. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
go ahead. That's not evidence or anything.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, do
Um,
what you want.
and then speaking of the cops, one of the best lines was when Christopher Walken's like, "Fuck the police," but the best part was after the emphasis of "fuck them." I rewound it like four times. Fuck them.
That was good. That was good. He was great in this movie.
Yeah, so good. He's so good. And again, the four main actors were I very enjoyable. I loved their performances. Um, but yeah, just a little disjointed, and that was the word I was looking for earlier.
Yeah, that's what like. That's
God,
the only thing that kind of threw me off is it was very disjointed.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, overall enjoyed it. It didn't like, sully me against like seeing other McDonagh films. Like I'll probably at this point like see anything he puts out unless like there's like a couple stinkers in a row, I guess. We're he we're almost getting to that with my boy Wes Anderson. I hope this
Yeah,
next one is good.
I heard it was good. He was on he had something on YouTube. I forgot for like which I don't know company or what it was or which page it was for, but he did like an hour of just going through each of his movies.
Really?
It was good. It was
I'll have
actually
to
very
check
good.
that out.
I've never seen him kind of like that. I always thought he was like kind not standoffish, but like what's that
Yeah.
word I'm looking for?
Um, oh,
Reclusive or something like that?
yeah,
Like a
yeah,
recluse?
reclusive, yeah, recluse, but um, fuck, what do I want to say? Like hoity-toity, like I'm too good for your stupid interviews.
Yeah. And like I feel like I'm not really a fan of what the heck was I gonna say? Of Benicio del Toro anyway in his
Really?
movies. Yeah.
I
I
like
don't know.
him.
Whatchamacallit was trash.
Uh,
The French Dispatch.
a lot of people don't like that. I didn't really like it, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
a
why
lot.
people hate it.
It's on a lot of people's like least favorite. His like when they
Oh
rank
yeah,
his movies, it's like dead last.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. Hopefully. McDonough's next, which is fuck, what's it called? Something Wild Horses or some shit. Um,
Yeah, I wonder what that's about.
Wild Horse 9. In production. Up. You want to hear the cast list?
Please.
Parker Posey, Sam
Good.
Rockwell,
Fantastic.
Steve Buscemi, who we mentioned already, John
Days.
Malkovich,
Ooh.
Tom Waits, and then some people I don't know.
I wonder what it's going to be like. Just like I wonder if that new Paul Thomas Anderson movie is going to be any good.
Great question. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but anything, I don't know, anything else to discuss or bring up about Seven Psychopaths?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah. I feel like the cuz would have had at least one good discussion question, but he's not here. He's fucking in parts unknown.
Yeah, he's with the Ultimate Warrior in parts unknown.
Where do you think Ultimate Warrior actually was from? I'm gonna guess Florida.
Yeah, I'll guess Florida too.
It seems like a good guess. Um,
I
but
think
I love
I'd
saying
rather be from parts unknown than Florida.
probably.
Yeah.
Let's see. Uh, 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 uh. James Bryan Helwig. Oh, born Indiana.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, how about that? Build
How
from
bad?
parts unknown, Queens, New York, and one warrior nation.
I wonder where that is. I wonder if there's any flights to one, like direct flights to One Warrior Nation.
I think that's where Benny is.
He might be.
Yeah. Um, well, all right. Send us I don't know, send us some messages. Did we miss anything? What did you think about Seven Psychopaths, if you recall, if you
Yeah,
haven't?
like I wonder, did we miss anything? Is there anything to talk about? I think it's like just a film within a film within a film, and
Yeah,
I think we covered all the
the
kind
big
of meaty
pieces.
parts. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's yeah, definitely little scenes that like we didn't talk about that I enjoyed or maybe didn't. But I think that really the main one that I kind of was like about was the priest, but it wasn't because I disliked it. I just felt like it didn't fit. But like everything else was good. But yeah, if we missed something, let us know. I'm sure we did.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah. I'm always missing stuff.
Me too.
But yeah, well, we appreciate it. Thank you for listening or watching. Like I said, maybe Cousin Benny will be back next week. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So yeah. Uh, thanks. Robbie, tell him good night.
Good night again to the cuz, wherever you are.
Miss you. Love you. And also, yeah. Enjoy that mango shake, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's fucking bastard.